So let's just start by saying, with this critique, that not a lot of money has been spent in this account. So um, a lot of times, account needs to be warmed up or get some traffic running through it before Facebook will really start to pop for you. So, um, having only spent, $18 lifetime, it might take a little while to get some meaningful results. But spent $10 on this one campaign here. Let's just try and make sure that the next $10 are a little better spent. So let's just take a look at the campaign. Now, the targeting is usually very important for any local fitness campaign. And that's really the cornerstone of where you're going to get your results from. So you have your offer, you have your targeting, and you have your ad. And those are really the most important parts. And if you have those dialed in, then the rest is going to be good. So we have the city of Edinburgh plus 15 miles. I can tell you right now that's probably going to be way too wide an area for you. So typically, depending on the density of population, this is a major city. You're probably going to want to dial in your exact address here. So you can actually type in your physical address and then do you could even start with like a 10-mile radius around if people are willing to travel that far to get to you. So you might want to narrow it down that way. The other thing is I never, ever, ever, and when I say never, ever, that means with only rare exception, because I never want to say never, do men and women with the same ad. So you always want to divide men and women. And because the language that you use when trying to attract men to fitness is always going to be different than the language you use to attract women to fitness. And combining them into the same ad very rarely works. And then you have your interest targeting here, health and wellness. Now, while this can be a potential benefit, most of the time, and I'd say 9 out of 10 times at least, I don't do any of this interest targeting. I just do gender, age, and location. Those are the three that you really start with. And then if you want to test things out later to improve results, or if something's not working and you want to try something different, then you might want to add an interest targeting to it. But in general, you're just going to want to just stick with those basic ones. Location, dial it in a little bit more. Your age looks pretty good, and either do men or women. And then you're going to probably get some better results. So let's dive into the campaign and see what's going on. So it looks like you have a few different ads here. My general rule is to do one ad per ad set. And that's just because you'll notice here that when you divide up a small budget 3 ways, Facebook will always prioritize one over the others. And it'll pick a winner to favor more quickly than the others. So you'll see that one has 712 impressions, one has 204, and 145. So you'll see that this is the one that Facebook has picked to send more eyeballs to. And so you're never going to get a true test putting more than one ad in an ad set. So if you want to try out different things, you would create different ad sets and then put the separate ads in there. And the other thing is, it looks like, checking out your ad here. Yeah, it looks like this is like an ad basically for women, but in your targeting in the ad set level, you had set it to all, which would be men and women. So you're basically wasting half the impressions by serving this ad to men. And ditto for these dad ones. These are men, and you're going to want to target men with those, not women. So those are some really easy fixes you could do right away to improve results. Now let's take a look at the ad itself. Well, there is no offer here. Well, you could say that the free 10-minute Skype consultation is an offer, technically, but at the end of the day, it's not really a compelling offer because you're not giving anyone any specific results. They have no idea what they're signing up for. They don't know what this thing is even going to get them, what this consultation is going to get them. What are they even going to talk about during this consultation? What results are they going to get at the end of it? Is it just a sales pitch? Is it something else? I have no idea. So these are all really important factors when writing an ad. You really have to know what your offer is going to be. You have to know what the program is that they're signing up for, what result they're going to get from it, how it's going to improve their life, and how they can get started. And this ad doesn't really have any of that. So this is just basically trying to build awareness and trying to get people to go to your website. And I can tell you right now that that may have worked in the past, but it's just not really something that people go for anymore because they're used to seeing much more targeted ads that are much more clear in their offer and promise a better result. So these types of things don't work as well anymore. And then when we look at your page, I'm waiting for it to load, but it's generally looking like a general website where they can book online. So you have like a pop-up here, and it's taking a really long time to load, which is not a good sign, especially when you're driving traffic for people to sign up. So I don't know if this is just a browser issue for me, but it's looking like this is not loading properly. So this could also explain your lack of results. So whenever you drive people to a website like this, where you have all these options of things to go to, oh, now it's loading. It's too overwhelming. Like, you just want to have one clear offer, like a specific program that they can join, and then to find out more information, they come and fill out a form. And so here we have all this stuff here that it's not really clear what they're getting, what the benefits of any of this are, why they would even want to sign up for it. So here's this 10-minute Skype discussion to discuss which of my services is best. So basically what they're doing is they're signing up for a sales pitch. And most of the time, people are not willing to do that because they don't want to put themselves in a pressure situation where they're forced to make a decision right away. So what you want to do is make people feel welcome, come up with a much more specific offer, and I think you'll get much better results. So I hope that helps. I think there's some easy things you can fix to get some big wins here. It shouldn't take much. It's just a matter of getting those things in order. And if this is something you wanted me to handle for you, obviously we could have that chat. But for now, I think you need to get your offer much more clear. So take that, use it, and get some results with it. And let me know if you have any questions.